The Alps are no strangers to winter, but December 2025 brought something extraordinary. A relentless, silent invasion of snow buried valleys and silenced villages under record depths. This was the Alpine Snowmageddon, a phenomenon that stunned even the most seasoned locals. From Chamonix to Zermatt and Tyrol, snow fell without pause, erasing landmarks and swallowing roads and homes. The usual sounds faded into silence, broken only by the whisper of falling flakes. News channels showed houses buried to their roofs, with residents digging tunnels just to see daylight. The world watched as the Alps reclaimed their wild spirit, draping themselves in a winter coat of unprecedented thickness. The Alps reminded us all, nature still holds the upper hand. Over 2 meters of snow fell in just 72 hours, shattering century-old records across the Alps. By week's end, snow depths reached up to 6 meters, enough to bury a 2-story house. The snow's weight created dangerously unstable layers, pressing billions of tons onto the slopes. The Alps had never seen anything like it. Nature's extremes, redrawing the boundaries of what's possible. What caused this extraordinary event? It was a rare convergence of atmospheric forces. A powerful stationary Genoa low drew vast moisture from the Mediterranean, pumping it north toward the Alps. As the moist air hit the mountains, it was forced upward, cooling and dumping snow in a process called orographic lift. This effect was supercharged by a pre-existing mass of Arctic air settled over Central Europe. The result? A sharp temperature contrast, ensuring every drop of moisture fell as snow. For nearly 10 days, the storm system stalled, relentlessly converting Mediterranean water into alpine snow. Meteorologists called it a once-in-a-lifetime alignment, a snowmaking machine of unparalleled efficiency. The Alps became the stage for nature's most dramatic weather performance. The deep snow brought beauty and deadly danger. Avalanche risk soared to level 5, the highest possible, across vast stretches of the Alps. The snowpack was unstable light, powdery layers buried under heavy, wet slabs, creating a classic recipe for disaster. The weak layers acted like ball bearings, making it terrifyingly easy for massive slabs to slide. The sheer weight of new snow triggered spontaneous, colossal avalanches, entire mountainsides collapsing at speeds over 200 km/h. These avalanches flattened forests and destroyed buildings before the snow even arrived. Avalanche forecasters worked tirelessly, using explosives to trigger smaller slides and protect villages. But the scale was overwhelming. Even moderate slopes were at risk, and avalanches ran further than ever before. Roads and railways closed, not just from snow, but from the threat of being swept away. The beautiful white blanket had become a deadly trap. The mountains were alive with unpredictable energy. Safety services faced a battle against nature's raw power. The Alps had become both a wonder and a warning. Authorities relied on the European Avalanche Danger Scale, which ranges from Level 1, low, to Level 5, very high. The danger increases exponentially with each level. Level 5 means the landscape itself is hostile and unpredictable. During the Snowmageddon, Level 5 was declared across huge swathes of the Alps, an unprecedented situation. At this level, large, spontaneous avalanches are expected, capable of reaching valley floors and threatening entire communities. The official advice? Do not leave secured areas. Entire valleys were cut off as a precaution, with roads closed to prevent disaster. Rescue services were on high alert, But even they were limited by the ongoing snowfall and avalanche risk. Helicopters were often grounded, unable to fly safely. The normal rules of mountain safety no longer applied. Survival depended on strict adherence to warnings. The Snowmageddon tested emergency services and communities like never before. The Alps demanded respect and absolute caution. For ski resorts, the Snowmageddon was both a blessing and a challenge. The deep snow promised a legendary season, drawing skiers and snowboarders from around the world. Resorts opened earlier than ever, and social media buzzed with images of pristine powder and euphoric visitors. But preparing the slopes was a Herculean task. Grooming machines struggled, lifts were buried, and ski patrols worked non-stop to secure the terrain. Only limited controlled areas could open. The vast majority of off-piste and backcountry remained strictly closed. The message was clear: enjoy the open pistes, but do not venture beyond the markers. The paradise was real, but it existed within carefully managed boundaries. Outside those limits, the snow concealed deadly danger. Resorts carried the heavy responsibility of keeping the dream safe. The season was unforgettable, but safety came first. The Snowmageddon redefined what it meant to ski the Alps. The mountains offered both joy and a stern warning. Respect for the boundaries was non-negotiable. The true story of the Snowmageddon lives in the voices of those who endured it. A Swiss farmer described digging tunnels between his barn and house, recalling tales from his grandfather. Rescue workers spoke of helplessness. Grounded helicopters, avalanches leaving scars across the landscape. Tourists stranded in hotels found camaraderie and adventure, turning disappointment into unforgettable memories. A ski patrol leader in Verbier faced the gut-wrenching fear of finding tracks in closed areas, a reminder of the human stakes behind every warning. The snow was a gift, but one that demanded respect. The mountain always has the final say. These stories are a testament to resilience, caution, and awe. The Snowmageddon united communities in the face of nature's power. The lesson: listen to the mountains and never underestimate them. The Snowmageddon was a severe test for alpine wildlife. Deep snow buried food sources, forcing chamois and ibex to lower elevations, closer to humans and danger. Deer and chamois struggled through chest-deep drifts, risking exhaustion and starvation. Predators like lynx and wolves found hunting difficult, as prey was concentrated but hard to reach. Some species thrived. Mountain hares and ptarmigan, adapted for deep snow, found refuge and insulation. The event became a large-scale experiment in survival and adaptation. Weaker animals struggled. Only the best adapted endured. Ecologists would later study the impact on populations. The beautiful landscape was, for wildlife, a brutal arena. Nature's extremes tested every living thing in the Alps. As the snow settled, the Alps began to dig out and reflect. The Snowmageddon of 2025 became a lesson in humility and preparedness. Minimal loss of life proved the value of warnings and discipline. The event exposed weaknesses in infrastructure and forced a reassessment of hazard maps and emergency plans. Scientists now study the storm as a key case for understanding extreme weather in a changing climate. The Snowmageddon will shape future safety, science, and respect for the mountains. The Alps reminded us, nature's power is vast, and our response must be wise. When the mountains speak, the world must listen.